my Pilates people, welcome to my channel, Connect and Move. My name is Jessica. I realize I haven't given you guys a mat session in a while, so today we're doing mat. No props needed. I don't even think we'll be doing any kneeling today. So just you, your mat, the floor, and gravity, that's it. We will be doing some inversions today. We will be moving a little bit quicker, so that's why I'm calling this an express mat flow. So a little less cueing, a little less time for setup. So if you need to take breaks, all right? So that's my disclaimer, that's my warning. I do have a little pad for myself just to help with some imbalances that I'm working on. So just never mind this if you see me situating this around. All right, so once you have your mat, all right, I want you to go ahead and lie down on your back. All right, and let's start with knees bent, feet hip socket distance apart. Arms are reaching long down into the mat. So start to find that head to tail length and even grounding down through your feet, a rolling of the chest open here. Go ahead and take a big breath in. And then on your exhale, just soften down through the base of the ribs. Just feel the tailbone sink heavier into the mat. Let's do that one more time. Big breath in here. On your exhale, sink the ribs, sink the tailbone down a little bit more. Last one like this. Big breath in. Collarbones pull apart. Exhale, sink the tailbone, sink down through the base of the ribs. Now, hopefully you are now in your neutral spine with that kind of little arch in the small of your back and your pelvis feels pretty level. I want you to keep the level pelvis, but now can you try and sink the back into the mat? So we're trying to find more of an imprint spine without tucking the pelvis here. And I just want you to hold, and then just relax, okay? It's very tiny. You might have to find kind of a balance between tucking and not tucking. So let's do that again. So level out your pelvis, tailbone is heavy, ribs are down, and now just try to sink the back into the mat. It's like I'm trying to sandwich my front body to my back body, and I'm just gonna hold it here. Just hold, and then release, okay? I promise you we are gonna be getting into some deeper work here in a second, all right? I just wanna set you up. So let's do that again. Tailbone sinks heavy, go ahead and sink the belly, sink the back. Sink everything down without tucking your pelvis, all right? Now, keep that spine sandwiched into the mat. Float your right leg up into tabletop. Float your left leg up into tabletop. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Have you tucked your pelvis? Is your back still into the mat? All right, now find a little Pilates V. I want you to straighten your legs out and away from your body and then bend the knees back in. So how heavy can you get your ribs into the mat as the legs go away from the body and then back in? Again. Now send the legs away from your body. Pin your heels together. Nod your chin, lift your head, curl your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. You have not tucked your pelvis, right? So I'm not tilting my pelvis back. My tailbone is still heavy. My low back is into the mat. Find that working angle with your legs. Start pumping your arms for your 100. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Keep sinking the low back into the mat and pulling your belly down, down, down to your back. Strong arm connection to your back. And I want you breathing east and west. So you're breathing sideways into your body. 2 more here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, 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 exhale. Hold here, hold here. Slowly lower the legs down. Arms lift and everything comes all the way down. Abs on fire. All right. Go ahead and keep your toes pointed and keep your little Pilates V. Pick the arms up to the sky. Big breath in, and then on your exhale, lift your head, lift your chest, and round up and over, round forward, round forward. So let your head drop between your arms here. Feel like you're rounding up and over something, and then roll yourself back, back, back. Can you keep the top of your thighs long as you roll up and over? Again, up and over, up and over. And then roll back, sequencing through your spine, roll back, roll back, roll back. 2 more times here. Up and over, round up and over, stretch, 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 and then roll back, roll back, roll back. Again, arms pick up and over. Round, round, round. All right, stay up this time. Place your hands into the mat by your sides. Bend your knees, pull your heels into your seat. Grab onto your ankles. Make sure you're not gonna roll back on anything here. I want you to push your ankles into your hands into your ankles. Hold this rounded shape with your spine. You're gonna inhale as you rock back, lift the hips, and then exhale, rock up for rolling like a ball. Inhale, rock back. Exhale, rock up. Pull your front ribs to your back ribs. Try to balance at the top. The smoother you think about making your ball or your roll, right, the more your stomach will kick on. 2 more here. Pull your heels in close to your seat. Inhale. Exhale, back up. Hold here at the top. We're going to go into our first rollover, right? Take your hands down to the mat here. We're going to go into our first rollover. As your legs start to go out long in front of you, we're going to roll back. Head goes to the mat. Arms stay flat down onto the mat as well. Legs are up overhead. I want you to open the legs. Flex your feet. Energy out through your heels as you roll down, legs lower, legs hug together, point out through your toes, up and over. Strong connection of the arms to the mat. Open the legs, flex the feet, roll down, roll down, roll down. Legs zip up and over. Use your hands on your bottom if you need to here. Open the legs, flex your feet, roll down, roll down, roll down. All right, up and over. Now we reverse. So keep the legs zipped up as you roll down, roll down. Now the legs open, they flex, up and over. Get those legs razor straight, legs zip up, point out through the toes, and roll down. Last one here. Legs circle around, up and over. Let that chest relax away from your chin, and then roll down, roll down, roll down. Once your legs are at 90, all right, I want you to bend your knees. Bring your right knee into your chest, shoot your left leg out long. Pull your whole leg, whole heel into your body. If it's available, curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. Make sure the tailbone is still heavy. All right, we're gonna switch. Single leg stretch. Pull that knee in. If you wanna add in your pulse here, you're more than welcome. Elbows are wide. You're looking down at your belly. For 3 and 2 and 1. Both knees into your chest. Super glue the legs together. Stretch the arms and legs away from the body. Arms circle around. Find your thighs. Bend your knees all the way in. Again. And around. Stretch everything away from one another and pull it back in. 2 more. And around. Get that low back into the mat. Stretch it away. Arms circle to your legs and all the way in. Legs go up to the ceiling. Grab onto the back of your right leg. Lower your left leg down. Let's go straight arms here. Arms are straight. Push your legs into your hand, or the one leg into your hand, and then switch. So everything else is stable. Legs are razor straight. Arms are straight. Just a different variation. Keep looking down at your stomach. For 3, 2, 1. Zip the legs up, pull your knees into your chest, push your shins into your hands, and then rock and roll yourself up, all the way up. Legs go out straight in front of you. They're the width of the mat. Feet are flexed, heels are pushing down. Reach the arms forward like Frankenstein arms. Take a big breath in here. On your exhale, nod your chin, round up and over. Round, round, drop the head, and then roll yourself all the way up. Again, up and over, round, 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 and then roll yourself back up. 2 more times here. Pull back through your center spine as your head goes forward. and then roll back up. Last one here, up and over. Pull that belly, there are those ribs off your thighs. And now as you stack your spine up, bring the arms up with you. Arms go up to the sky, open them out to a letter T, strong letter T. Lift and twist to your right. Lift, 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 and back through center. Find your upper back muscles. Lift, 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 back to center. Now we twist to the right. Bend around, up and over, left hand to your right foot. Your back arm lifts up as you reach forward. Stack up tall, pass through center, lift and twist to the left, up and over, reach, 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 and up. Imagine that back arm is being lifted up to the ceiling, and that's what's helping you deepen the twist. And up, oh, this should feel so good, or at least I'm hoping. Up and over, reach, reach, spiral the chest open. One more time each side. Lift that back arm up, up, up. Last one, up and over. Hips don't move, legs don't move. Awesome, find center. Reach your arms forward, zip the legs up together, point out through your toes, and then roll back, roll back, roll back. Press the arms down into the mat. We're gonna finish our series of 5, okay? However you wanna get there, okay? Float the legs up to the ceiling to 90. Remember to sink the back into the mat. The tailbone is heavy, crazy hard to do. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Hands are behind the base of your skull. Push your head back into your hands. Legs are gonna lower, 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 and then lift back up. Some days it's small, some days it's big. Lower, 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 and lift. Remember, breathe into the side of your ribs. And up, last one. And lift. Right knee into your chest, left leg out long, twist, 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 switch. And switch. And switch. Pull it in, just like your single leg stretch. Pull it in, in, in. Try to get your chest off the mat. For 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Lower everything down. Little rock from side to side here. All right. Let's now go ahead and roll you up. Let's flip over onto your stomach. All right, so forehead is into the mat, and your hands are underneath your shoulders, maybe even behind the shoulders. Let the legs fall where they feel natural, so you're neither forcing them apart or together. I do want you to lengthen your tailbone and drive your pelvis, your pubic bone, in towards the mat, okay? So the low back is gonna stay nice and long. Your hands, your arms, I want you to feel like they're pulling your upper body forward. So my elbows immediately stretch to my hips. Keep that. And now just start to lift your chest up. That's it. And you're gonna hold here in this baby lift. Could you lift your low abdomen off the mat a little bit? It won't happen, but that's what you're thinking of doing. And then just lengthening back down. Let's do that again. Toes, try to keep them into the mat. Heart reaches forward, elbows reach back, and then lengthen back down. Lots of arrows of opposition. Again, chest reaches forward, elbows reach back, reach, 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 and then all the way down. All right, so now let's flip over onto our side. I'm gonna come over onto my left side so I can face you. My back is up against the edge of the mat. My feet are swept forward. I'm gonna be up on my hand here. You can always lie down. You can always come up to your forearm, okay? But if you're on your hand, I want you to think head pushing back into your hands, not resting, okay? So it can strain the neck a little bit, so just be aware of that. Both feet are flexed here. Find your long line out through that top foot. Sweep the leg forward and then sweep it back. Sweep it forward, flex the foot, point the toe, sweep it back. So yes, there's a little bit of movement in my upper body right now. I'm just trying to make this more dynamic rather than super controlled. And I'm very tight in my, well, just everywhere. So I'm really trying to like push my limit as that leg goes forward. For 2, last one. And now bring the leg back in line with your bottom leg. Foot stays flexed. Remember, check your head, check your neck. I'm gonna lift the leg up and lower it down. My bottom leg stays anchored into the mat. I'm gonna do 3 and 2 and 1. Now I'm gonna lift the leg up, high, high, push it. Now I'm gonna point the toe and then lower it all the way down. Flex the foot, lift it up, point the toe, lower it down. I'm trying to stay in somewhat of a parallel position with that top leg. Lift it up, point the toe, squeeze the inner thighs together. Last one, lift, point the toe and lower. Now I'm gonna turn my top leg out. So my kneecap is trying to look up to the ceiling, hips stay stacked. All right, I'm gonna drag that foot in, right, as far as I can up the inside of the thigh, stretch the leg up to the ceiling, bring the leg down together. I don't know exactly what this is called, right, but we're doing it. Pull the leg up and down. Last one like this. Leg lifts up and down. We reverse, leg kicks up, bend it, drag it across the leg and up. We can always lower the head down. Sometimes the shoulders don't like it as well. Drag it across. Last one. Stretch it across. Good. Now hold here. Can you get your heels or just maybe your inner thighs inside of your knees together? Push into that top hand, into the mat, and now lift both legs up and hold, 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 and then lower back down. Lift the legs up, hold. Keep thinking legs stretching away from your body and then lower back down. 2 more here. Hold, 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 and then lower down. Last one, lift. Now keep your top leg where it's at. Lower your bottom leg, lift it up. Bottom leg, lift it up. Little inner thigh action, not a big movement. We have 3 and 2 and 1. Lower both legs down. Flip over onto your stomach. Forehead into your hands. Elbows are wide, legs are zipped up together. I want you to, again, drive your pelvis into the mat. Hover the legs up. Can you get the legs straighter here? Heel beats here. Just click your heels together, inner thighs, inside of your knee, whatever you can, and keep stretching the legs long away from your body. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower the legs down. Roll over onto your right side. All right, find that upper body position here. Stretch the legs along away from your body. All right, lift the leg up a little bit. It sweeps forward and then sweeps it back. I find a lot of times that as my leg goes back, I really shorten. So how far away can you stretch that foot away from your hip as it goes back? And the more I think about that, I get an amazing stretch in my front body. Reach that heel forward as the leg comes forward. Let's do 3. So for my tight people, right? Nice stretch there. 2. Last one. All right, bring the legs back together. Top leg lifts and lowers. So here, think more like the foot is dragging up a wall as you lower and lift. So much smaller, much more controlled. For 2, hips stay stacked. Last one. Now we lift it up. We really push the limit, and now point the toes and drag it back down. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Flex, lift, point the toes, resist back down. Flex, lift, and back down. As the leg lifts, push your bottom leg into the mat more. Reach the heel away. For 2. Last one. Bring the legs together. All right, now we turn that top leg out. We lift it up, we drag it across the bottom leg and then straighten it up and then bring it back down. Kind of doesn't matter because we're gonna reverse anyways. And I have to think top hip rolling forward here as I'm trying to get a strong turnout in that top leg. Last one here. And now we reverse. Whatever direction you weren't going before. Remember, bottom leg pushes into the mat, especially as that leg lifts up. Check your neck, check your shoulders, y'all. Now zip your legs up together. Make that top leg longer than your bottom leg. And now try to lift the legs up. Hold, 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 and then lower the legs back down. Hips stay stacked. We lift, hold, squeeze your inner thighs together, and then lower back down. Again, lift, hold, 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 and back down. 2 more here. Really lift your bottom leg up into your top leg and then back down. On this next one, we're gonna lift it up and hold. Top leg stays still, bottom leg lowers, taps, and pulls up. Lower lift, tap back up. Lower lift back up. Find those upper thigh bones really working so the legs stay razor straight. This side feels way less coordinated than the other side. For 3 and 2 and 1. Now hold the legs zipped up. Hold them together, and then lower them down with control. Awesome work. All right, let's now go ahead, turn over onto your back. All right, we're getting ready for another inversion. So you can either start with your legs long or legs straight up to the ceiling. Arms are weighted into the mat. All right, I want you to lift the legs up and over. Think hips up to the ceiling here. Squeeze your inner thighs together and then roll down, roll down, roll down. Lower the legs down to your working angle. Remember, ribs into the mat. Legs go up and over. Little baby corkscrew. So just be careful with this. It's very small. Shift your hips and your legs over to the right like 2 inches. And now roll down your right side. Roll down, roll down. Legs swoop to the right, over to the left, and up the left side. Legs find center. Legs over to the left. And then roll down, roll down. They swoop over to the right, up the right side, find center. 2 more. Think of sequencing through your spine as you do that roll down. Last one. Legs come up, find center here. Take your hands underneath your hips and feel like you're gonna push your hips up to the ceiling. Feel how that kind of stretches out your back a little bit more. Now, without getting any heavier into your hands, reach the toes up to the sky for jackknife. Find your booty, find your seat, and then lower the legs down with this little shift in your pelvis again. So we just stay in this inversion, weight stays in your shoulders, y'all. And then lower, lower, lower. Now take your hands down to the mat again. Can you jackknife here? Reach the legs up, and then roll down through your spine. Hips hit, hold here. Find more of a Pilates V. Lower the legs down to your working angle. Reach the arms up to the ceiling. Nod the chin, roll yourself up, find your teaser. Pause here at the top. Arms reach up to the ceiling. Can you keep your legs there? And then roll back, roll back, roll back. Head to the mat, roll up again, roll up. Pull those ribs back as your hands reach for your toes. It's okay to have the knees bent. And then roll back, roll back, roll back. Again, head hits the mat, roll yourself up. Grab onto your legs if you've got to. Hold here, open the legs, lower them down, and just dive forward. Stack your spine up tall. Roll back about halfway, point out through your toes. Grab onto your shins or your ankles, wherever you can, however you gotta get up there. Challenge yourself to grab onto the front of your legs rather than the back of your legs. Hold this rounded shape, and then we're gonna rock back, lift the hips, and then rock yourself back up, find balance. Roll back, lift the hips, and then rock back up. It's your rollover, right? Rock back to the shoulders, and then roll back up, find balance. 2 more. Try to keep the legs and the arms straight. Such a challenge. Last one. Find balance at the top, y'all. Lift tall, bring the legs together. Hold them up there if you can, and then roll down, roll down, roll down. Bend your knees, place your feet on the mat.
Hip socket distance apart, arms are weighted into the mat. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, roll your pelvis back and lift your hips up into bridge. I mean, really think of squeezing your butt cheeks, closing the sitting bones to get the top thigh stretch. And then round down through your spine, roll down, roll down. Again, tripod connection down through your feet, roll up. Pubic bone higher than your 2 hip points, ribs are soft, and then round down, round down. Oh, that feels so good after all that. Roll up, squeeze the bottom at the top, and then round down, roll down, roll down. Now I want you to bring your legs together, okay? And now roll your hips up. Find the top of your bridge. Again, neckline is soft. Bring your right knee into your chest, straighten your right leg up to the ceiling. Lower it down and lift it up. Lower it down, lift it up. Keep your pelvis stable. For 2 and 1, can you lower it all the way down to the mat? Bring the foot in, keep the hips lifted, left knee into your chest, straighten it up to the ceiling. Lower it, lift it, lower it, lift it. The whole right foot is pushing down into the mat, but also pulling your seat to your feet. You got it. For 3, long left leg. 2 and 1, go all the way down to the mat. Drag the foot in, squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze your butt cheeks, and then roll down, roll down, roll down. Nice work. All right, let's go ahead and flip you over onto your stomach. All right, for swimming. Okay, arms are stretched out long. Head is into the mat. Find that support from your abdominals here, so the tailbone is long. Lift your arms, lift your legs up off the mat. Think of the arms, or try to get the arms higher than your head, all right? And start to swim. So it's your opposite leg, opposite arm. Find your 100 breath here. And think of lifting up into gravity. You're being pulled in 2 different directions. For 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Lower all the way down. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. Elbows are pinned back. Toes are tucked under. Straighten your legs to where your knees lift up off the mat, okay? So feel like your chest is going forward. And now, can you press yourself up into a plank and hold here? Just hold. Sternum lifting up away from the floor. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Bend the elbows, narrow, and lower all the way down, down, down. If you got to drop down to your knees, do it. Let's do that again. Knees lift, legs are tight. Press yourself all the way up to your plank. Hold, hold, hold. Now, drive your heels back, pike your hips up like a downward dog. And now walk your hands in with as little wobble to your hips as you can. Once your hips are over your feet, I want you to roll yourself up all the way up. Arms reach up to the sky. I apologize if you can't see my upper half right now. Nod your chin, round up and over. Hands to the mat. Walk yourself out. Find the top of your plank here. Collarbones are pulling apart. Heels are driving back. Bend your elbows in narrow. Can you come all the way down to the floor? And then again, press yourself all the way up. Pike the hips up. Walk your hands back. All the way back. And then roll yourself all the way up. Arms reach up to the sky. Again, arms come down. Nod your chin. Peel your spine away from that imaginary wall. Walk yourself out. Find the top of your plank. Now, let's do 3 push-ups. You don't have to go all the way down to the mat. Maybe it's a micro bend and back up. Bend, back up. Bend, back up. Pike the hips up. Walk your hands back in. Finish strong. And then roll yourself all the way up. Up, up, arms up to the ceiling. Open them out wide to the sides.
Find a chest opening at the top, roll the shoulders out, and you are done. Awesome work today. Been a while since I've done mat, since I've taught mat. This is a lot of fun. Let me know what you felt and you thought in the comments. I appreciate you. Nice work.